Leandria's gift is unlike no other artist I've heard.
Oh, this is the day.
I need help.
Are you an alcoholic?
I've been labeled the bad girl of gospel because I was seen drinking.
The last thing that I did that would be controversial to the church was be in my house on Periscope, drinking,
Cursing.
Christianity, the church.
She's hit rock bottom. She's not recording new music officially. She drinks a little, well, drinks a lot. She's a alcoholic.
Tell me about this.
It's a mimosa.
In the morning,
Well, 11, yeah.
what would be over here with the 3 Long Islands?
3 p.m.
3 p.m.
I'm functioning. I'm not falling over, slurring, all that. I'm
Spoken like a true alcoholic. This is the story of a gospel artist who turned away from God and towards the bottle when tragedy struck.
Well, I'm up. I can't sleep.
One of the reasons you're standing here today is because people allowed you to suffer in silence. They have allowed you, supported you, encouraged you, expected you to keep your damn mouth shut unless it was a benefit to them. I ain't on that committee. What do you want to see in 90 days? What are you looking for?
Alcohol-free.
And if she's not?
Then we probably should go our separate ways.
Okay, tell me what you heard him say, beloved.
If I don't get help, there will be termination. Contract.
I am Iyanla Van Zandt, and I am here to help you do your work. Okay, tell me what you heard him say, beloved.
He wants me to stop drinking. If I don't get help, there will be termination. Contract.
Is that all you're saying?
In that 90 days, I also want to see you rebuild your team, your surroundings.
So we need 90 days to get her clear. You need rehab. Because you've been doing this too long. You gotta be clean. I need your right mind. What is your family gonna say? Or what is your fear that they'll say?
You're supposed to be preaching. I don't.
You are gonna preach. I preach every day. I just preach to you.
What? They physically in a church behind a pulpit at the same
Is
hour.
that what you want?
No,
Okay, have you told them that?
I have. But
I want to give you a party line. That doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. Let me hear you say that.
that doesn't work for me. It just doesn't.
Yeah. Well, the Lord has put it on you.
That doesn't work for me. Just doesn't.
Yeah. I got another resource for you. Okay? Let me go get it. I'll leave you with your friend. Miss Leandria has spent most of her professional life surrounded by people who seem to care more about Leandria, the artist, than they do about Leandria, the person. And that needs to change. So I've decided to bring in someone who loves and supports her unconditionally. Her baby brother, Terrence. Was you sleeping? His big sister needs him now more than ever. I want you to see that this is a representation of the alcohol intake she has throughout the day till we get to here. Every day for how long now?
A long time.
So I'm gonna tell you what I told him and her. She's an addict. Her drug is alcohol, but your sister is an addict. Tell him why you'd be drinking. You drink because what?
Numbing the pain.
He wanted to share something with you that I don't think you know. Tell her.
Yeah, dealt with, my struggles as well. Being caught and, incarcerated. you know, coming out, having to do AA meetings. You know, because I guess they seen a problem as well.
Yeah, I didn't know you went to AA meeting.
Yeah.
So you're not the first scourge of the family. And your older brother, did he or did he not have an issue with drugs, alcohol, whatever? He did. Yeah. Your parents have how many? 6 kids?
5.
5. So 3 out of 5. Program just ain't working. Thank you for sharing that with her. She's an addict. Don't act like she's not. Till we can get it cleaned up. Okay? We still have a lot of work to do here. Things went well yesterday, and even though Miss Leandria said she was ready to take a new step forward, apparently old habits die hard. Miss Leandria is hours late to set today, which Phil, her label executive, indicated yesterday was an ongoing problem that has created challenges in her professional career. So I've asked her booking agent, Robert, to come in again today. Perhaps he can enlighten me about what's going on. Mr. Robert,
Good morning.
where's your client?
She should be on her way.
No. Where's your client? Your client was due here 2 hours ago. We had this conversation yesterday.
Yes.
And I said to you that Mr. Phil shared with me how he may have to put people in her room or check on her, give her a key to the room, blah, 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 because she's late. And you told me you don't know anything about that.
I thought her call time was a different time.
Mr. Robert,
Yeah.
she texted us at 8:30 something and said she was gonna be an hour late.
Okay. I haven't experienced that with her. Maybe because I'm always in the same place with her.
Were you in communication with her this morning?
This morning I was.
Did you ask her what's your call time?
No, not this morning
Why?
because I knew her call time.
Which was?
I thought it was 9:30.
Call time was 9 o'clock.
I didn't know.
What time is it now?
10:41.
Okay, so where did you get 9:30 from? Who told you that?
It may have been her.
Okay, so your client lied to you.
I'm not saying that she lied to me.
No, but
I'm saying it may have been her. I can't remember. Nevertheless, she's late.
okay, that's a problem.
Absolutely.
Talk to me, Mr. Robert.
No, I mean, okay, so with Leandria, she's always had a problem with being on time. And it's always like, get up, let's go, what are you doing? Can't be late.
That's what Mr. Phil was talking about. He attributes it to the drinking. But you're saying even before the drinking.
Yeah, before the
So then the
drinking.
drinking could only make it worse.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And do you understand that she's destroying your reputation?
I don't think she's destroying my reputation.
Oh, absolutely, because I'm talking to you right now. I'm not talking to her. I'm
Right.
talking to you, and I'm looking at you out my left eye.
I can see where it would be damaging, but that's why I try to do what I have to do to make sure she's there on time.
You're not doing it well.
Okay.
So put the booking agent over here as her friend. You're giving me excuses.
But see, this is the thing, like I can't make somebody.
Well, then you need to cut her as a client.
Woo. Cut her.
Cut her. Coming up, you are 2 hours late this morning. What is that? Do you just not care? That's what I want you to confess. So tell her that. Tell her.
Everything she just said.
You need to cut her as a client.
Cut her.
Cut her. Because I think you've enabled her. I'm not enabling her to get away with this.
Well, I think who you need to talk to is Leandria.
because nobody can make somebody be on time except that person themselves.
Well, here she is right here, so I guess we can talk to her. Please come sit down. I was just having a conversation with Mr. Robert about why you are 2 hours late this morning. Can you explain that to me, please?
I called and said that I was gonna need extra time.
We called. And when we called, you said that you wanted an extra hour. So you wouldn't be ready at 9, you'd be ready at 10.
Yeah.
And what happened at 10?
I got downstairs around 10:23.
Okay, so I'm asking what happened? What is that? Do you just not care? And tell me what the church or religion has to do with the fact that you couldn't get your body downstairs to where you were supposed to be on time.
I didn't say it had anything to do with it.
Yeah, but the problems, the challenges, the healings that we've been talking about, you seem to have hooked all on the church and religion.
Y'all the dumb. Y'all sitting there, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see y'all pastor living good, first lady, they team living good, but you struggling. Oh, I'm gonna believe God. I'm gonna believe God that he blessed me, da 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 da. No, y'all need to cut that out.
There's a part of this that's about your personal responsibility, your personal integrity as a professional. Talk to me.
I was late. I have no excuse for being late today.
Well, according to Mr. Robert and Mr. Phil, this is something that has been ongoing. Isn't that accurate?
Yeah.
What happened between last night and this morning that you couldn't get up and get here on time?
Nothing.
Do you understand that's about character and integrity now? People can't trust you in your word, then they're gonna be hesitant to trust you with their money, with their anything. See, for me, I was late to everything for a long, long time. And underbelly of it for me was defiance and rebellion. You ain't gonna tell me what to do. And once I got that and healed it and cleared it, my name and my reputation and the trust people were putting in me became more important than me rebelling against authority. I have my suspicions about why Miss Leandria chooses to disrespect herself and other people's time. But as long as the people working with and for her are allowing her bad behavior to go unchecked, there can be little hope for change. Unfortunately, she is caught up in a vicious cycle of silence and enablement that is not serving her or anyone else well. And that needs to be addressed. Does he know your true heart desire? Does he know that?
I believe he did.
She told me you don't want to sing gospel music.
I don't want to sing gospel music.
But that is not what she means when she doesn't want to sing gospel music. She just doesn't want to be involved in the politics.
But did you hear what she just said?
She said she doesn't want to sing gospel music.
That's what she just said.
But you don't want to be a gospel artist.
No.
Exactly. I got that part.
I don't want to sing gospel music either.
So it doesn't serve her for you not to hear what she wants. She's saying that the excitement, the joy, the connection to doing these gospel things has been gone with her for a while. And part of why she fails to show up is because she doesn't want to do what she's doing. But your belief is that you know better than her what she needs. And that's exactly what her parents did. He's not serving you. Fire him. Fire him. because you're not serving her well.
And that's the part that I didn't agree with, but...
You don't have to agree. I don't know you from a can of paint.
Absolutely.
I don't have a dog in this fight, a nickel in this dime. Y'all came to me. As an objective third party, I'm telling you what I'm looking at, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you don't tell people the truth, you don't give them what they need to make the necessary correction. This is a classic example of what happens. Do you get that?
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you set your life up so that people treat you as broken and wounded instead of as whole and great, they won't tell you the truth. He's done everything he's done the way he's done it because he's catered to your brokenness and your woundedness, not your strength, your power, and your greatness, because you didn't even know what it was. Make sense?
Yes.
We have this look that we give each other.
But I want you to start here. I love you.
Yeah.
Tell her.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too.
And I realize now that I haven't served you well. Not that you didn't do everything you could for her.
Because I don't believe that.
You don't believe you haven't served her, even though you've allowed her to be late? Even though you've allowed her to get away with this behavior because you loved her and you were afraid that if you weren't there to protect her, she would fall. You kept her from hitting rock bottom because you forgot God made the rock, and that hasn't served her well. That's what I want you to confess. Not that you haven't done the best you could, because you did, and we're still here.
Right. That part.
So tell her that.
Everything she just said.
Breathe. My job was not to break you all down, to separate you, to break you apart. My job was to support you and give you what you need to move to the next level. I don't have a problem doing that because I'm invested in your healing, not in your feeling. Okay?
Yeah.
So we're gonna let you get a little powder and makeup and stuff, and I apologize to my crew because now y'all done stepped into their lunch. We supposed to have been up out of here, all right? Give me a hug. It's gonna be okay.
Absolutely.
You don't know, you may get me as a client. I sense that the demands Miss Leandria must meet as a gospel artist can be overwhelming. And what is required of her now is to finally learn how to honor, respect, and take care of Leandria, the person. But that can only happen if she is willing to face some cold, hard truths about herself and her behavior. Ooh, this has been a lot.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm better. Well, better.
So tell me where you are right now between yesterday and today and last night and what you've heard and seen and...
I'm consciously aware of my situation.
And what is your situation?
I'm in trouble.
And what does that mean?
I need to fix it immediately.
What is it?
My addiction.
Let me hear it.
I am addicted to alcohol.
Which would make you an alcoholic.
Yes.
Is it hard for you to hear that, say that, own that?
Yes.
Yeah. Read that for me. I want to hear you read it. I want to know those words are going in.
The classic picture of an alcoholic is someone who always drinks too much and whose life is falling apart because of it. But that's not always the reality. Some people seem to be just fine even though they abuse alcohol. Experts call these people functional or high-functioning alcoholics. You can still be one even though you have a great outside life with a job that pays well, home, family, friendships, and social bonds.
Does that sound like you?
Yes.
Hey, Leandra. This is your big little brother, Kirk.
It is an honor to have an opportunity to just share some words of love and hope with you.
You are a billboard of God's grace.
Everything that you've experienced, It's an opportunity for you to be able to tell someone the story that they need. If you never went through anything, how could you reach people that are facing tragedy every day? So now you are going to be a stepping stone of somebody getting better. Your voice is phenomenal, but your story is even greater. And I want you to believe in that. No accidents, no coincidences with God. We love you, and we're so excited about your next chapter. Bye-bye.
The only reason he wasn't here is because he had a previous engagement. How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel love.
Christianity, the church. I said that.
He's had his own challenges. You know that, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately, when you say F the church, religion is bull, you don't take into consideration people like him for whom it works. Part of your story is to be able to critique without condemning. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because remember I said to you yesterday, your experience was valid, but the venom and the rage with which you expressed it, people couldn't hear it. Trust me, there are hundreds of thousands of people out there nodding in agreement with you about church hurt, about the misuse of religious authority, about spiritual abuse, about hypocrisy in the pulpit. Now, I'm an elder minister than you, so I can say it, okay? And I don't depend upon them for my food, so I can say it. The distinction is, I do it very differently. You can do the same.
Being able to trust, people of the cloth again, is just something that I have to deal with.
But you handle it as business. You get to choose your spiritual foundation. You get to choose. I want to show you something. Here, take that. Huh? That's lunch. What is it? What you see?
Uncooked food.
If somebody gives you that, what do you do?
Give it back.
How do you give it back?
I'll be like, what the hell is this?
Okay, there's another possibility. How about, no thank you. Let's say this is the church community and religion. There's an African saying, if you eat well, you must speak well. You've eaten well off the church community. They've paid your rent, given you a few perks. Even if what they've given you is not something that you choose, you don't say, what the hell is this, and throw it across the floor. You say, no, thank you. So part of your healing is going to be about healing out those things that make it come out that way and learning a new way. Is that something you'd like to do?
Yes.
In order to heal, you have to eliminate anything and anyone that keeps you sick. What do you know to be true about Robert that you haven't been willing to tell the truth about?
Robert has been fortunate because he was tied to my name.
How would you say that in the street?
He was eating off of me.
And why'd you let him do that?
The same reason I guess I let everybody else do it.
Because he let you get away with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You have people in your life who want you to be what they want you to be because they benefit from it and not because it serves you. And unfortunately, I think he's one of those people. Once you begin to hold and value yourself in a different way, you're going to attract a different caliber of people. You're going to attract people who are bringing stuff to your table instead of eating stuff off your table. People aren't coming with their hands out all the time. They're coming to give you a hand up.
Mm-hmm.
Close your eyes. You did the best you could, Leandria. The same thing is true for your parents. They did the best they could, Leandria. And the sooner you get that and forgive them, the quicker your healing will come. So look at me, let me ask you a question. Do you need to go to rehab? If I could offer you inpatient rehab, would you go? If I could offer you inpatient rehab, would you go? I want more for you. Because I asked you yesterday, if you didn't have that thing, would you be drinking? You said yes. And it's not the drinking. It's not the alcohol. It's that you're using it to numb the pain instead of eliminating the pain. I'm asking you, not telling you. Nobody else is going to tell you what you need.
Yes.
You got to start making some choices. Would you go?
You know, that's an option. But, you know, in this process, everything was so fast. So, you know, I don't know.
Miss Leandria is not there yet, and that's okay. You cannot make someone ready for something they are just not ready for, especially an addict. I'm thankful that she's acknowledging that she has a problem. I just may need a little support in convincing her to do something about it. So I've invited Erica Campbell, a mutual friend, into the process. Erica is a multi-award-winning gospel artist who has sold upwards of 8 million records. From Mary Mary to her own solo career, she knows well the ups and downs of the entertainment industry. But more importantly, she knows Miss Leandria and was one of the judges who crowned her the winner of Sunday's Best. So I've asked Erica to come here today to sit with Miss Leandria as an industry elder, a woman of faith, and a mentor to provide her with some valuable insight and words of support. Miss Erica, thank you for coming.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
I have been working with, I call her a youngin', Miss Leandria. What do you know about her story?
I was one of the judges when she auditioned for Sunday Best. And I remember the first time I heard her voice,
I will rejoice and be glad.
I remember knowing that she would win.
I remember saying, ooh, I wonder if anybody else sees the pain.
We did, but we felt like because she had so much talent, there was so much potential. You know, but even with potential, there's still a lot of work to do. And it's hard when you are performing because everybody's like, oh, well, she's winning awards and look, everything's fine. And so they forget that they're human. Sometimes they just need a real hug, a real genuine how you doing and not, are you okay so you can get to the stage.
But the people around her knew and said nothing. What is that?
They're afraid of how they're gonna respond. But I don't believe that's what love looks like. Love does have to intervene sometimes, even if it's gonna be a little troublesome. If you love them enough, you have to get in their face sometimes.
Yeah.
And you have to make them face it and ask them why. And then love them through it. You can't condemn them through it, because that's a part of the reason they're, you know, in the situation they're in the first place.
One of the challenges with Miss Leandria has also been the indoctrination and the programming conditioning of what she calls the church, which for her has been oppressive.
Yeah.
You wonder why people don't want to go to the church. People don't want to deal with church. And you wonder why so much bull going on in the church. So much.
Let me ask you this as a fellow artist. You know, she had a very public
Rant.
Okay,
Yeah.
rant against the church. Can she recover from that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think every gospel artist, and if they're honest, at some point in time has been angry about what we do.
Really?
We work for the sovereign God and we love God, but we get paid the least. We get taken advantage of the most. They always want you to come and work for free, but you got to pay everybody that comes with you. That's hard.
Okay.
And then if you are taking care of your family, it's like, God, I love you, but Lord, you're going to have to teach me a new business model to deal with this.
How does she move through that?
I think there's maybe a disconnection between her and the Father.
Hello.
Because when that's disconnected, you look at the people.
That's right.
But when you understand his grace toward us and our flaws, sometimes you have a little more grace towards them and their flaws.
Yeah. See, I think she needs to hear that from you. Let me get her.
Okay.
She doesn't know you're here.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
Miss Leandria. Coming up.
Point blank period, sometimes you can't say everything.
Confess what you need to confess. Tell her.
What's that look?
Miss Leandria.
Yes.
I have a surprise for you. Feel good?
Mm-hmm. Hey, boo.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
boo.
How you doing?
How are you? I'm good. I love you so much.
Go sit with Miss Mama Erica over there.
I told you to call me, you ain't called.
I tweeted, what did I do? Tweeted you, right?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't tweet me back, so don't worry about it. She hard-headed.
I came here just for you.
From L.A.
Thank you.
Tell her why. Tell her why you came.
I came here because I know it's rough doing what you do. I know you're conflicted with loving God, but not always liking his people because sometimes they're mean, you know? But then they continue to call, and you don't know if this is a safe place to go. But it is work, you know, there's compensation, and so you go and you deliver every time. I watch the clips.
For me, this is the day that the Lord has made. Yes, it is, God.
You did exactly what I was going to do.
Yes.
You give it your all. You take your shoes off. You in the aisle. You in their faces. You let them know better days are coming. And then sometimes you're wondering, when are my better days coming? I know what that feels like. I've sang Can't Give Up Now while feeling like giving up. You know, going back to the hotel room crying, going, can I just go home? Are you still mad at the church?
Are you mad at the church or are you mad at people?
The people in the church.
We're going to create boundaries. Remember? God, church, religion, gospel music.
Yeah.
They're all different.
All different.
And they're people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't say everything. You gotta take it to God. Lord, I'm leaving this to you. Deal with it. Because your words ain't gonna change them crazy folks, no way.
But that requires a relationship. And like I said to you, much of what you said was valid. But the venom and the disrespect and the rage with which you said it, it could not be heard.
Right. What's that look?
Use your voice.
I didn't expect to see you here.
Lean not on your own understanding. Because the sick mind that got you here is not the same mind that is going to get you out of here. Trust. I told you, trust me with your heart. Have I betrayed your heart? Have I hurt your heart? Have I taken good care of your heart?
Yes.
So has she. She came for you. So I'm going to put my hand up here, look at her, and confess what you need to confess, what you need her to know. Hi, my name is Leandria. Tell her.
I'm Leandria, and I'm an alcoholic.
And you're also called, and you're also loved, and you're also anointed, and you're also forgiven, And you also get grace, mercy every morning, the same grace and mercy that I get. And it's something that just needs to be fixed. That's it.
Well, let me just say this. Remember what I asked you earlier today? Did you think you needed to go to recovery? So let me just say, I got you a bed, 30-day inpatient recovery, so that you can be away, get it clean. So here's the commitment I'm asking you for. They'll hold the bed for you until Friday, but today and tomorrow you gotta go to a meeting, an AA meeting, just like your younger brother did when he realized that he had a problem. I need a commitment from you that you'll go to a meeting today, you'll go to a meeting tomorrow. In fact, I'll take you to the meeting today. But I want you to use your voice. Let me know if you're ready, if that's what you're committed to, and everything else is handled. I need a commitment from you that you'll go to a meeting today, you'll go to a meeting tomorrow. In fact, I'll take you to the meeting today.
You do it.
Miss Leandria is not just saying yes to treatment, she is saying yes to a new beginning. Come on, you sit here. For years, she has surrounded herself with people who loved and supported her, but were ill-equipped to hold her accountable. While Miss Leandria may have a broken relationship with God, I don't. So I've called upon the coaches I work with and Miss Erica to lay hands on Miss Leandria, to draw upon the spirit and presence of God in the hopes that she might recognize the grace she has received to discover a new way and approach to her life. Joining in the consciousness of all that has been spoken, I decree and declare there is nothing to be healed, only God to be revealed. Because in the revelation of the fullness, the omnipotent, the omnipresence of God, all things are healed. For years, Leandria Johnson bandaged her emotional bleeding with alcohol and denial, which eventually seeped through and stained her life. It is my prayer that she finds the courage and strength to open her wounds, look deep within herself, and address the root of the pain that has held her down, the pain that has silenced her, so that she can make peace with them. God, I ask that you reveal yourself as Leandria. I ask that you reveal yourself as her anointing. Yeah. I ask that you reveal yourself as the wholeness and the healness that she needs and desires. God, I know that you know exactly what it is that Leandria needs. Your will, your purpose, your desire for Leandria is now unfolding under grace. And we thank you, God, that we ask, we allow, and you become simply because you love us. And so it is. Amen and amen. Yes.
Please, God, just... God, I don't want to drink no more.
Jesus' name, yes. Until today, Miss Leandria refused to take responsibility for her words, her actions, or her addiction. But now that she is no longer in denial, she can begin the long road to healing, a road that God prepares for each of us when we are ready to walk it. How you doing?
Good.
This is a huge step for you, and I'm so proud that you're doing it on your own.
I am.
I don't think you know how many people love you and care about you.
I love you too much to see that destroy you.
When lives fall apart, they need to be rebuilt. And Miss Leandria is now choosing to build a new foundation, one of truth and honor, respect and faith, and choosing a new way of being.
And I really feel like this is the moment that I have to grab hold to, because if not, it's not gonna work.
Tell him why you'd be drinking. You drink because what?
Numbing the pain.
It is my hope that Miss Leandria recognizes that all of her choices were purposeful and valuable.
I'm Andrea, and I'm an alcoholic.
You need anything, you call, all right?
Okay.